Hello there. Ever wondered how they trained circus elephants in the past? When Dumbo the elephant was a baby, they used to tie his hind leg up with a very strong chain attached to a huge stake, which was planted firmly in the ground. Whenever Dumbo tried to move beyond a certain point, the combination of the chain and the stake in the ground would nearly pull his leg off. After trying many times to move beyond the length of the chain, Dumbo did what many of us do when we try and fail. He gave up. But Dumbo eventually grew into a huge bull elephant, capable of pulling hundreds of stakes out of the ground with a single movement of his leg. But he never did. They had successfully conditioned this huge and powerful beast to think that it was impossible. Subsequently, Dumbo never moved beyond the length of the chain. Seems a bit crazy, doesn't it? But many of us are exactly the same. We have also been conditioned to think that we can't, but instead of chains, we put mental shackles on ourselves. And like Dumbo, we never try to leave the area beyond those shackles. Whenever there is something new or difficult to try, instead of being positive about the change, our immediate reaction can be, "Oh, I can't do this," or "This is too hard for me." Through our lives, we have been conditioned by parents, our teachers, our friends, by society in general, to look for the negative instead of the positive in nearly everything we do. Henry Ford summed it up beautifully when he said, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're always right." A good example of human conditioning is the 4-minute mile. Thousands of runners tried for years and years to break the 4-minute mile, and they all failed. The experts told us that it was physically impossible. They said the human lungs were inadequate, bone formation was all wrong, and there was too much wind resistance. Everyone knew it was impossible, so no matter how many tried, they all failed. But in 1954, Roger Bannister lifted that shackle of doubt by running a mile in 3 minutes 59.4 seconds. The papers said it was a superhuman effort and it would never be done again. But all of a sudden, everyone went from thinking it was impossible to knowing it had been achieved. Within 2 years of Roger Bannister showing the world it was possible, over 300 other runners broke the 4-minute barrier. And not too long ago, the 2 miles was run in under 8 minutes. Next time you find yourself saying that you can't do something, think about Dumbo the elephant and ask yourself if you're putting inappropriate shackles on yourself. Think about Roger Bannister and the 4-minute mile. Don't worry about failing. Think about the opportunities you may miss if you don't even try. Happy selling!